Hello there, my beautiful collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, what's like the energy here? Take what's yours, leave what's not. Ooh, take your time. 43 energy goes to 7. Cancer energy. Archangel Michael vibes. Back to basics, number 4, Emperor energy. Take your time with something. So don't overwhelm yourself. And some of you set realistic timelines with regard to you. So some of you, maybe your timeline's changing up. This is it's a really good retrograde vibes as well with you. So, damn. Healthy choices as well. So mindfulness here. 3 of Pentacles with the 2 of Cups. So right relationship or partnership? Which one represents you on that 3 of Pentacle vibes? I feel like a lot of you are right here. So this is a good creative energy. This is good. Keep doing the work that you're doing, whatever you're going through. Stay focused on that. Some of y'all be mindful of the... mindful with relationships or partnerships as well. So some of y'all's timelines could have switched up, and that changes everything. Or now is not the time. So this is as much a creative choice as it is like a business choice. So some of you, now's not the time to bring on more people. Now's not the time. This is like if you're doing something creative, and now's not the time to overwhelm yourself or make something way too sort of messy or complicated. Some of you, it's like back to the basics. So you have to learn to walk before you run type vibes. So mindfulness when it comes to that. It's all about healing and making smart, healthy choices and a more realistic sort of outlook when it comes to things. It is really good retrograde vibes too. So focus on yourself and everything else will kind of work out on its own. Crown on that, you got the 9 of Wands. Oh, we're going to put the Hangman up there because I feel like the 9 of Wands is the person that's undecided. Indecision. Oh, some of you, it's like indecision that don't have shit to do with you. So, mindfulness here. Some of you looking at things from a different perspective as well. So it's like changing up the whole fucking dynamic on something. They're with the Magician energy. Some of you now just isn't the time. So don't overwhelm yourself. Some of y'all more realistic sort of time frames as well. So take it easy on yourself. Those of you that like to push yourself, those of you that think you need to keep doing a whole lot, don't know when to sort of take a break, take a rest, look at something. Almost a little change of perspective, especially if you're feeling stuck or stagnant. Down there, oh, you got the Hierophant energy. Some of you, that's like decision-making vibes. So some of you, when it comes to the work that you do, mindfulness, is it time to sort of expand? Is it time to bring in other people? Is it time to hire? Is it time to, or what is this sort of vibe about? This is like the creatives. Are you ready for an agent? Are you ready for someone to kind of come in and help you out? Or are you still kind of figuring things out on your own? It changes the whole dynamic up. I feel like some of you need to learn to trust yourself, and this is like your dream, your opportunity, your vision. So mindfulness when it comes to that, because once you get that secondary energy on that, it changes the whole fucking dynamic. So some of you mindful of the kind of group dynamics when it comes to something. So this is like you're creating, you're working, you're doing your own thing. You'll know when the time is right to sort of grow or expand. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition here. Oh, there's the 3 of Swords there with that 3 of Pentacles. Oh, mindful of the letdown energy. There's the Scorpio vibes. There's the King of Pentacles. There's the Fool vibe. Oh, there's the World card. This is the song Once Bitten, Twice Shy, baby. That's a good song. Haven't heard that in a while. So, damn, now isn't the time. Some of you trust in your instincts or intuition. I don't feel like it's never the time, but now isn't the time. There's like the perfect sort of choices, the perfect sort of partnerships, but now is not the time. So I almost feel like some of you are in that sort of learning and growing. It's like it's the new energy. So a lot of you, this is the grunt work that a lot of people get rather, they can stay stuck or stagnant in or don't quite understand it. Or this is when fear and doubt and anxiety and all that can kind of come in and overwhelm you, especially when it comes to making important decisions. It's really basic retrograde vibes. It's learning to read the energy as well. Some of you, a little thicker skin. And take what's yours and leave what's not. Some of you, it's way too much external energy. Some of you, now's not the time for all that overwhelming energy. So writers, producers, creatives, maybe some of you with regard to interpersonal relationships or partnerships, now's not the time. Focus on what's important to you. This is making healthier decisions as well. I like the Nine of Wands there at the Hangman and the Magician energy. So it's healthy boundaries plus a little extra. So especially if you're in that Three of Swords energy or you're being very mindful of the Three of Swords energy. I don't know that you're in Three of Swords so much, but you're definitely very mindful of that. So before you kind of bring other people into the sort of options or vibes that you have going on, you're very mindful of the heartbroken energy. So newly single, or those of you that's just, it's like the Once Bitten, Twice Shy. That's a good fucking song. My musicians out there, we haven't had a song that began with piano keys like that in a hell of a long time. So maybe someone needs to resample that song. What is it? That's 80s, isn't it? So here you got the Four of Wands, and there's the Nine of Swords. There's the Three of Wands. Some of you, now's not the time for those relationships or partnerships because you're kind of like changing the whole foundation of something. So, I mean, sweet Jesus. Some of you, I don't feel like it's lack of options or opportunities either. Some of you, there's plenty of choices. Are you on a dating app? Those of you, it's not like you don't have options or opportunities, but some of you, now is not the time. Especially those of you working on building really good foundations. So even when you start dating or whatever, when you bring on like other people into your options or opportunities, into your life, work, love, life vibes, you're looking at things from a completely different perspective. There is that apprehension with the Nine of Wands to avoid the heartbroken energy. So there's a lot of mindfulness there. But that mindfulness brings about that sort of positivity. So some of you could be dealing with fear or doubt or just unnecessaries. Or they may seem unnecessary, but if you're coming from that Nine of Wands there at that Three of Swords, some of y'all, it's like you kind of need it there. So hopefully you're talking this out, you're working this out, you're focusing on what's important. Maybe some of y'all are praying on it. There could be some religious energy there at the Three of Pentacles as well. Some of y'all could be going through a little sort of spiritual awakening or some sort of way of looking at religion or philosophy with you, whatever your take is on that. This brings about like really good vibes with you. But some of you, now is not the time. It's not the time. Mindfulness of the codependency. Capricorn, they're at the Virgo vibes, they're at the Page of Pentacles, they're with the Leo energy. Some of you, I feel like astrology sort of benefits you, even though you might not understand it. There's that energy of almost that apprehension, but it's like once bitten, twice shy. So that you should, this is something that you should be mindful of. Especially if you're focused on building better, stronger foundations when it comes to relationships or partnerships. So your whole sort of, some of y'all, your whole philosophy could have changed. Your whole sort of outlook has changed with this. But it's the mindfulness that kind of prevents you from overwhelming yourself. And some of you now is just, it's just not the fucking time. Four of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, there with the Aries energy. Yeah, making a conscientious choice. Endings, new beginnings, and being very mindful. This is also being very stingy. And what's your focus? What's your focus? What's your focus here? Some of you that natural oh, what's the word? That mindfulness. They were at that Nine of Wands. So you're being almost a little apprehensive, but for some of you, it's good cause. There's a good reason for it, to avoid the heartbroken energy. Especially those of you newly single, or those of you coming out of those stuck, stagnant relationships or partnerships. I don't feel like it's lack of. Many of you could definitely find someone who would gladly fake a relationship or partnership. This is deeper than that. This is more than that. This is making a lot of conscientious choices and knowing when, trusting the vibes on something. Some of you are avoiding being overwhelmed. So some of you, it can be too much all at once. That kind of, it's the mindfulness of that. So now is not the time. Trust in that instincts as well. You should be like talking this out, working this out, so you're not overwhelmed. So a lot of you learning to not be overwhelmed. It's a very positive sort of viewpoint when it comes to you. It's a very good attractor vibe as well. So a lot of you, this is like manifesting positive vibes, positive results. Avoiding that sort of Three of Swords energy. So mindfulness of being heartbroken. Once bitten, twice shy. Has someone sampled that song? Someone needs to sample that song. Or someone needs to, at least the keyboard part. Because we haven't had good keyboards in a song like that for a hell of a long time. My creatives, this is kind of switching it up. So doing something new, focusing on something new, looking at things from a different perspective. Some of you could be a rather emotional sort of vibe with you as well. So it's almost like an impressionistic type vibe with that Three of Swords energy there. Some of you, your inspiration could be coming in the form of like religious, or maybe some of you, the sacramentals. Is that a drum beat? We know. I don't know. There you go. For someone, there's an idea for you. Good creative energy. So whatever your sort of creative medium is, this is interesting. The Three of Swords energy, that's like the heartbeat vibe. They say the heart of rock and roll is still beating. Ooh, good music. Bump, 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 bump. Ooh, that's like the Shangri-Las. So what are you doing? Scorpio, King of Pentacles, the Fool, and the World card. What is this about? Unexpected opportunities, unexpected focus on it. It's like the timing isn't right on something or focusing on it. Definitely good foundational energy here. The power of positivity with you as well. So there's optimism on this. So find the optimism. Oh. Anything else for you? Definitely take what's yours and leave what's not. There's a High Priestess. Mother Mary vibes. Mother Mary vibes. Ooh. Page of Swords, the Six of Cups. They're the happiest card in the deck. Unexpected blessings energy, or some of you just kind of having some fun with some things here. Oh, wow. Those of you, anything that has like a religious-based vibe to it, this is feeling like Mapplethorpe energy when he did one of his most controversial portraits, if you know what it is. This is like interesting vibes on that. High Priestess feels like Mother Mary vibes. What's the inspiration? Oh my God, High Priestess energy. Sister Christian, know the time has come. And you know that you're the only one to say. Okay, who's looking at the 80s for inspiration on music? This is like good vibes. Who's like, this is like the drum beat energy. Because the heartbeat vibes, let me feel your heartbeat. The Don Johnson song. So, damn, what are you doing? 80s inspiration? Nah, because Mapplethorpe was the 80s, right? A lot of you pulling the 80s vibes. So, damn, this is like old school energy. Everything old is new again. Happy days are here again. Let's sing a song of cheer again. What are you doing? Some of you astrologically is something like going back to like the 80s vibes. 80s could be a good point of reference for some of you as well. So I don't know if you're waxing nostalgic or this could be something that definitely could be influential. Maybe we're going to see a bunch of 80s songs kind of remixed into music or art or going back to that vibes. Oh my goodness. Are we going to get a resurgence of fluorescence? Cut away what is no longer needed for you. The Hermit mode. "31 wanted universe creators." 4 energy with the Emperor vibes. Oh wow, you got Virgo and Aries. Virgo and Aries energy. Capricorn, Aries, Page of Pentacles there at the Leo vibes. So what's your favorite 80s inspiration? Especially if that's something that you're being very mindful of or something that you're paying attention to. So, I don't know, whatever the hell. If it's like a creative energy. Go with the flow, and now is not the time. We want a song? Take what's yours, leave what's not. Definitely watch your favorite astrologer. Maybe some of y'all, you're going back to something astrologically that is kind of referenced in the 80s. Some of you, this is that old school vibe. Oh, this is 90s. I do believe it's 90s. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all. But I think you're moving too fast. Ooh, oh wow. How appropriate with Pisces sort of influence here. You ain't got a lot of water sign. You got the Scorpio vibes. But damn, look at you go. TLC, that would have been early 90s? Late 80s, early 90s? Take care of yourself. Focus. A lot of healing energy with you as well. Good creative vibes. So we're going to start seeing more samples from 80s music. Some of y'all the heartbeat energy. So any 80s songs that have like the heartbeat vibe in it. TLC, take care of yourself. Tender loving care. So, I don't know, relax, go with the flow, trust your gut, your guidance, your intuition. Some of you, now is not the time. So you could be like ready to move forward. Some of you could be ready to kind of expand, but you're not ready yet. So trust the sort of guidance energy here. Some of y'all, the time frame kind of switches up. So that makes everything different. High Priestess energy feels like Mother Mary vibes. Some of y'all could go back to old school dating, back before you met everybody online. So you could be, maybe that's going to be the next sort of way to date people, the way they used to before you had apps. It could be as simple as that. Maybe some of y'all are just sort of moving away from technology and focusing on more sort of the basics. Have we had a lot of resurgence in like 80s music being sampled and newer vibes? Someone needs to do that piano riff. Once bitten, twice shy. Good inspiration, but take your time. Take your time. Some of you, it's not time for those partnerships yet. So trust your intuition here. With Capricorn, Virgo, Page of Pentacles there with the Leo vibes. And the Magician energy here. Power of positivity with you too. Power of positivity with you. Good luck, God bless, take what's yours, and leave what the fuck isn't. Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light.